Good afternoon and welcome to Fred Taylor Park for the ASB Premiership match between Waitakere United and Wanderers SC. It's the first meeting between these two sides and a fascinating fixture and prospect. Wanderers have already got their season off to a reasonably good start. They managed to grab a draw in their opening match and they're up against the 4-in-a-row champions Waitakere. It's an absolutely beautiful day out here at Whenuapai, and the conditions for a good game of football are absolutely perfect. There should be no excuses for a wayward pass today. It's around about 26 degrees centigrade, and there is a breeze blowing across Fred Taylor Park towards the clubhouse. So confirmation of some of the results that have taken place in round 3. Waibop United lost 2-0 to Hawke's Bay United. Canterbury United and Auckland City have drawn 0-0. And Team Wellington have beaten Southern United 3-1 for their first points of the season. The league table looks something like this. Auckland City, 2 wins, a draw and 7 points. A victory today for Waitakere would take them up to top spot. And you can see there Hawke's Bay have also won their first 2 games of the season, 6 points. And Waitakere United also welcome back inspirational skipper Jake Butler. He's been away with the All Whites as they tried to overcome Mexico in the FIFA Intercontinental World Cup playoff. And the lineup has a very familiar look about it, with the exception of the inclusion of Butler and Dylan Stansfield, who comes into the side. Ian Hogg is also included, and Jordan Loudon, the man in form at the moment for the West Aucklanders. For Wanderers SC, there's a change in goals. Cameron Hogg starts. He replaces Damien Hirst. Goal scorer Finn Cochran is on the bench, and the captain is Adam Mitchell. It's a 4-3-3 formation. Scott Donny got on the score sheet for Wanderers, the first goal scorer for this special club, as it's known, and Coach Darren Baisley will be hoping for a repeat here today. The referee is Matt Conga, Tom Wu and Chris Walken. The assistant referees, Mirko Benishka, is the 4th official.
Welcome to our match officials today. Referee today is Matt Conga, his assistants Chris Walken and Tom Wu. 4th official,
So a tough afternoon in prospect for Wanderers, you would think. They showed plenty of character, though, in the draw with Canterbury United. Perennial playoff contenders. And they're up against a side who know how to win this competition only too well. Small crowd in here today at Fred Taylor Park. Somewhere in the region of 300, I would think. There are still cars arriving.
Waitakere United would like to acknowledge our major commercial partners, ASB, Williamson and Co. Chartered Accountants.
So big opportunity for Waitakere United to go top of the table. The question will be, can they do it? Brian Shelley described this match as a potential banana skin for the West Aucklanders. He'll be hoping that his side has enough requisite experience and talent to overcome Darren Baisley's FIFA Under-20 World Cup hopefuls. They are a side that comprises players for whom eligibility for that World Cup in 2015 is right at the top of the thinking of New Zealand football. Coombs goes long. Adam Mitchell underneath it. One bounce. Goes all the way back to his goalkeeper. Cameron Hogg. Mitchell, very highly rated player, played in all 3 games at the Under-17 World Cup in UAE. So while this team of youngsters, relative youth, are inexperienced at ASB Premiership level, they'll be in no way daunted by the prospect of playing against Waitakere. Stansfield clips it into the corner. Loudon asked for it, but I'm sure he wanted it a little bit shorter than that. Myers into Cardozo. That was a good touch by Cardozo. This one-touch game is impressive. Well, that ball was intended for Nick Sugden. It didn't find its target. Tristan Prattley dealing with it. Brock Messenger's throw. That's a pretty impressive launch from Brock Messenger. Danny Robinson today making his 109th ASB Premiership appearance. Most appearances by a goalkeeper in this competition. Shelley for Cardozo. That's an intelligent ball. It's a very good ball. Cameron Hogg came out to collect it. Now Messenger. Michael Denhire. Faster for Denhire. Messenger. Wanderers playing well in the tight at the moment. Well, patient stuff this from Wanderers. Quite comfortable playing with the ball in their own third, although Cameron Hogg's clearance wasn't a good one. Cardozo. That was a bit short. Michael Denhire felt that it was within winnable reach. Prattley is going to get a corner. Well, this could be where most observers feel Waitakere hold an advantage over Wanderers in terms of their physical presence. It is men against boys in the truest sense. Let's see how Wanderers cope. Hoisted in. Hogg managed to get a fist on it. Wasn't completely convincing, and Loudon followed through with a left foot volley. It wasn't his best work. Myers with the header. Forrester's clearance. Coombs under pressure. Elijah Neblett fouling Chad Coombs. Well, it looked a bit of both really in the replay. Coombs is the beneficiary of Matt Conga's view of that incident. Shelley. Cardozo. Gets a shove from Adam Mitchell, so they're not holding back, Wanderers. They're certainly not overawed by dealing with the champions on their own turf. clubs have avoided defeat in their first ever matches against Waitakere United. Auckland City has won. Waikato FC, now known as Waitakere United, of course, were the other. Messenger takes the throw quickly. Brian Shelley. Cardozo. Oh, that was, you could see what he was trying to do there. He had Ian Hogg and Dylan Stansfield both converging on the ball from wide areas. Just looking to split the two centre halves. Flicked on by Nevlet. Coombs. Stansfield. Well, no shortage of confidence from Wanderers so far, perhaps as you'd expect. Well picked up. There was a feeling among observers of the Canterbury United Wanderers game that Wanderers acquitted themselves extremely well, and that they would add value to this competition this season. Coombs. Picked up by Butler. Still going to Myers. Pratley. Loudon. Just can't find a way past Michael Denhire. Ben Thomas picks it up. Counter attack for Wanderers. Well, they've impressed in the physical challenges so far. They did play at least 2 pre-season games against Waitakere and Auckland and didn't lose either of them. It should be remembered as we see Messenger hoist this into the box. Messenger. Well, no quarter asked, none given. Both teams setting about their work in physical stakes with nothing held back. Denhire spots a run ahead of him. That's well played, Tristan Pratley. It's interesting to see Tristan Pratley starting for Waitakere. It is something of a coach's dilemma for Paul Temple and Brian Shelley to try and accommodate two left-sided players who are both roundly considered as defenders in Pratley and Ian Hogg, but they've managed to do it here. Hogg's playing further up the park than I've seen him in domestic football. Chad Coombs, Sam Matthews, Butler. All given away. Mitchell. Well, Wanderers just want to be careful here. Waitakere have pressed really high. There is the outlet ball from Adam Mitchell. Myers. Well, it's a good contest this so far. We're inside the first 10 minutes of the ASB Premiership Round 3 clash. It's Waitakere United 0, Wanderers SC 0. Matthews picks it up. That's exactly what it needed. Somebody to take the sting out of play. Declan Wynn. Scott Donny bundled over. Back up on his feet. Tim Myers. Spots Cardozo. Hoists it over the top of the Wanderers defence first time. Well, Adam Mitchell looks a class act already, the Wanderers SC skipper. Loudon. Oh, and Ian Hogg, this is the value that he brings. And it's hit the side netting. Well, he's got that turn of pace, Ian Hogg, and he got the better of Brock Messenger. Neblett. Mitchell may have to go long here, steps over, brings Cameron Hogg into play. Nick Forrester goes long. Well, Scott Donny's on the end of this for Wanderers. Good goalkeeping, well read by Danny Robinson. Scott Donny is complaining that perhaps there was an infringement by the covering defender. Matt Conger had a good look at it and was not really going to see it the same way as the Wanderers striker. Ball. He just managed to get the better of Brian Shelley. There might have been a it wasn't a bad shout. Brian Shelley did grab an arm. Now a counter-attack for Waitakere. Final ball, not a good one. Picked up by Cameron Hogg. Messenger. Still going, Wanderers. Might fancy a shot from here, and it's just wide. Andre De Jong. Well, he went an awful long way, and I suppose you're going to get that close. You might back yourself to have a shot, but you must get it on target and try and test the goalkeeper. Shelley on one of these rampaging runs that he's known for. Waitakere co-coach. Clearance by Cameron Hogg. Slightly miscued. Now Cardozo. Free kick. This is in a really good position for Waitakere. Cardozo's already up on his feet and he's got a hold of this ball. Spotted a gap, tried to go through it, and goes to ground. It wasn't malicious in any way. Jordan Loudon's also standing over the ball. So it's a four-man wall. Four Waitakere United players hovering in and around the penalty area, but I think Cardozo will have a crack. Good effort, good save. Cameron Hogg keeps Wanderers' goal intact. Very good free kick. Kept it down, but look at the bend on it. And Cameron Hogg didn't get a clean touch, but he got a touch, and it has gone out for a corner. Coombs Goes to the near post. That's a good header by Scott Donny. Prattley has found Cardozo. They need an outlet ball. They've found Neblett. Prattley plays it safe with the header, and Waitakere can restart. First real opportunity for the defending champions to take the lead through that Cardozo free kick. It was really well struck. The last couple that I've seen him take at Fred Taylor have gone over the bar, but that's a good ball as well. Now Cameron Hogg has decided to come out to meet Ian Hogg. Just an element of uncertainty about the goalkeeper's work in that moment. Donny's won the header. Now Butler. Haven't seen much of him in this opening 17 minutes or so. We're in the 17th minute. Waitakere 0, Wanderers SC 0. Matthews and Loudon combining. Cardozo. Well, it looked a heavy one from Adam Mitchell. And from behind. And Cardozo can perhaps consider himself unlucky not to get a free kick. Well, this time Forest has nipped the ball off Jake Butler. Wanderers starting to really find their feet in this game. Ryan Shelley scoops one forward. That's a good run from Jordan Loudon. Bent has run perfectly. Still going Loudon. Forrester provides a covering block, and it's a corner for Waitakere. Coombs goes to the far post. That's a good jump, and Cameron Hogg, very tidy goalkeeping by him. Well, you rather get the feeling that teams are going to do very well to not underestimate this Wanderers side. Coombs hoists it into the air. Declan Wynn challenged Stansfield, who comes up with it. Cardozo, lovely touch by him. He's got a very good sense of self-awareness in tight areas, Richie Cardozo. Coombs. That's an intelligent pass. Loudon can get on the end of it. Forrest has gone to ground. That was a risky decision by the young defender. Ben Thomas couldn't get a hold of it, and Declan Wynn hoists it back into the mix. Well, Coombs is getting a little bit tetchy down there on the pitch. Absolutely stunning day here in Whenuapai. Waitakere United 0, Wanderers SC 0, 20th minute. Myers goes past Donny and gives it straight to Brock Messenger, who's looking for movement from Ian Hogg, I think. But it's always a problem when you're running straight with the ball and a defence just holds its line. Butler. Myers for Prattley. You can see the bandage on Brian Shelley's right knee. It's an injury that he's trying to play through, the co-coach of Waitakere. He looked in some level of discomfort in the win over Team Wellington on this park just last week. Forrester. Messenger. Den higher. Well, just inviting Waitakere to push up high on them. Teams who choose to press in weather conditions like this, though, could come up short. It's, as I said earlier, an absolutely beautiful day here and quite warm to boot. Den higher. Donny. Scott Donny. Well, just rushed the final pass. Declan Wynn was free on the left. Andre De Jong didn't spot him. He decided to try and pop it through the middle. Shelley. It's a long ball headed away by Mitchell. Coombs read that well, but he's lost out and concedes a free kick. Nick Sugden fouled. There's Coombs' first touch, wasn't great, and he grabbed a handful of Nick Sugden's shirt. Pretty academic, really, for Matt Conga. Here's De Jong. Messenger. Mitchell. Andre De Jong. Scott Donny. Well, that's a tight one. Danny Robinson comes out for it, and a shove from Tim Myers on Ben Thomas. Well, just reflecting on some of the results from round 3. Team Wellington get their first points of the season after a 3-1 win over Southern United. They were 1-0 down in that one. Before 2 goals from Henry Ferodo and 1 from Charlie Henry got them out of a problem. Here's Shelley. Still going. Stansfield can't find him though. And Auckland City have drawn 0-0 with Canterbury United. Now, an interesting statistic for that one. The last goalless draw in the ASB Premiership took place on January 22nd, 2012. That was going back nearly 104 games. So if you're looking for goals and entertainment, the ASB Premiership delivers. As Coombs just delivers there, and he's going to get a corner. Ball skimming off the head of Nick Forrester. 25th minute, Waitakere 0, Wanderers 0. Well, there's been a lot of curiosity about the Wanderers name. and what the SC stands for. It is an abbreviation for Special Club. Oh, and a chance. Butler blocked by Forrester. He's had to do that a couple of times, Nick Forrester. Waitakere knocking on the door from these corners. Most of them have gone to the far post. Tim Myers is an obvious target. He's got a very well-timed jump, Tim Myers. Let's take a look. Coombs. There is Myers jumping. He was beaten in the air by Forrester. Messenger. That's a good ball. That's a very good ball by Brock Messenger. And the momentum is broken up, but Wanderers get things going. Messenger trying to find a way through. He was marooned in a sense. There weren't too many light blue shirts hanging around. Denhei's picked it up. Nice work from Ben Thomas. Brock Messenger gets his cross in. Danny Robinson grabs it. Well, promising moment for Darren Baisley's young side. Shelley. Coombs. This is Tim Myers. Loudon. It's been a little bit quiet so far, Jordan Loudon. He's played his first couple of games for Waitakere in that wide left position that Ian Hogg's taken up today. He's playing more centrally this afternoon, Jordan Loudon. He's got tremendous pace and composure. Cardozo. Tristan Prattley and Brock Messenger battling for possession. Step over from Messenger. That's a good ball by Brock Messenger. Very good ball. Coombs under pressure from Neblett. He's in trouble. Neblett. Oh, and it's off target. Elijah Neblett. Coombs got all tangled up. It broke kindly for Neblett, who rushed his opportunity. He just scooped it more or less over the bar. Didn't get his head over it. But Wanderers are starting to ask questions of Waitakere United. Clever play, opportunity, Ian Hogg. He's around Cameron Hogg. Can't finish it off, and Cameron Hogg has picked it up. Well, Ian Hogg looked a fish out of water in that brief attacking opportunity. His right foot's not his favoured foot. I think that's commonly understood. Well won by Tim Myers. He's still going, Myers. Oh, and that's a wonderful pass and a chance. Ian Hogg on his right foot this time. No mistake. Ian Hogg with the goal. That gives Waitakere United a 1-0 lead. Look at this. First touch with the left foot, starting to run out of space, but look at that. Takes the congratulations of his teammates, and Waitakere 1 goal to the good against Wanderers SC. Big question mark now for Wanderers. Can they come back? They answered that in the affirmative last week when they drew 2-2 with Canterbury. It took a Finn Cochrane goal 3 minutes into time added on to snatch a 2-2 draw. Tristan Prattley, Jordan Loudon. Well, Brock Messenger felt that he did enough to win it. Butler's head is wayward. Neblett ducking in front of Shelley. Coombs is looking for an out ball. Cardozo arrives. To spin past Declan Wynn, Richie Cardozo, and we'll restart with a throw-in. Just on halfway, Cardozo nearly got the better of Adam Mitchell. Denhire's pass is a wayward one. Coombs takes a deflection off Neblett. It's still with Waitakere. That's a good ball by Jake Butler. And Ian Hogg knocks Declan Wynn to the ground. It's a free kick for Wanderers SC. Michael Denhire. Andre De Jong circulating into midfield, looking for it off Forrester. It goes to Messenger instead, then Long. Cardozo. Oh, intelligent header. Stansfield trying to get the better of it. And Cameron Hogg, he stayed on his line. Cameron Hogg. Might have been lucky to get away with that one. De Jong. Prattley picks up possession for Waitakere. Keeps his run going down this left-hand side. Matthews switches play. Coombs breaking wide on the right to provide width. Well, Waitakere feel very happy with their work so far. 1-0 up. They've scored 5 goals so far in the ASB Premiership. They haven't conceded any. And next week, of course, is the big one as far as Waitakere is concerned. It's the derby match, the Super City derby match with Auckland City at Kiwatia Street. Messenger, Forrester, long ball forward. Donny mistimed his jump. Myers benefits from that. Now Coombs, Butler, Stansfield. Does well with Declan Wynn chapping away at his heels there. Loudon. Loudon again. Oh, he's just struggling to get going today, Jordan Loudon. That's a good ball. Neblett. Well, he did all the hard work and then he rushed his final ball. Spotted Scott Donny and decided that he had to release the pass when perhaps he didn't. Matthews. Coombs. for Loudon. Coombs is still going forward. Loudon might fancy this one. Well, no mean effort. It was on target. It didn't really prove too much of a project for Cameron Hogg to deal with. Comfortably taken. Andre De Jong. Michael Denhire, well, he was lucky. Denhire, De Jong's there. De Jong clips a long ball into Neblett. It's away by Matthews. Scott Donny. Free kick goes Wanderers' way. Just under 10 minutes before the halftime break. Waitakere United 1, Wanderers SC 0. It's well out of shooting range. That hasn't stopped Danny Robinson calling for 2 players in a wall. Loudon and Ian Hogg. Ball clipped in. Target was Donny, you would expect. Ben Thomas. Thomas trying to work it onto his right foot for the cross. Scott Donny gets in a tangle with Ian Hogg. There's an advantage here for Waitakere. Brock Messenger's mistimed the jump, and Jake Butler's adjudged to have fouled him. Michael Denhire. Declan Wynn's made a run forward here on the left. Andre De Jong short. Mitchell goes long. It's a good ball by Adam Mitchell. Thomas, another free kick for Wanderers. Just a sense of frustration for Waitakere starting to creep into proceedings. Just little niggly fouls going against the champions at the moment. Scott Donny's the big target here. What can they produce from the free kick? It's clearance by Prattley. Cardozo. Matthews. Ian Hogg, look at the energy levels of the goal scorer. Still going, the cross. There's a heavy one. It's not Ian Hogg's best work, and Chad Coombs goes to ground under the attention of Declan Wynn. So it's a free kick for Waitakere at the opposite end of Fred Taylor Park. Two players in a wall for Cameron Hogg. I wonder if there's a set routine here that Waitakere will look to employ. There is a change of set piece take here. Jordan Loudon replacing Chad Coombs. It's going to be on his left foot, so he's going to try and whip this into the 6-yard box. Goes to the far post. Wanderers somehow survive the delivery. Scott Donny gets a long leg on it. And Waitakere will restart with a throw, just level with the 18-yard box. Cardozo back heel to Butler. Measures his cross. Goes to the far post. Brian Shelley stayed forward. Bends a cross in. It's headed clear by Adam Mitchell. Neblett. De Jong, Mitchell, Neblett. Waitakere hunting in pairs for this ball. Declan Wynn. Well, you could see what Mitchell was trying to do by whipping that long ball in. He was looking looking to get that pass just in behind Tristan Prattley. Jake Butler for Coombs. Well, he's given it away. Scott Donny. Well, frustration for Chad Coombs. He just can't seem to get going today either. Messenger's header. Butler's picked up the loose pass. Adam Mitchell's clearance is an odd one. Cameron Hogg comes for it. Declan Wynn. Mitchell, who's played his winter football with Central United in the past. Messenger. Forrester can take it forward a couple of yards. Bombs it into Elijah Neblett. Coombs' header finds Butler. Ian Hogg's making a run across the face of the centre halves. Well, Cardozo was unlucky there at first glance. It's worked out for Waitakere in any case. Now Hogg checks onto that left foot. Stansfield for Coombs. Well, breakdown in communication between Stansfield and Ian Hogg. Turns possession over for Wanderers. Donny trying to hold off Brian Shelley. There's a real tussle going on in there. Butler for Hogg. Cardozo, Matthews. Tristan Prattley bombing forward here on the left. Well, he did well to get there. Tristan Prattley. Nick Sugden doing some defending for Wanderers. Just over 2.5 minutes to go to the halftime break. Waitakere United 1, Wanderers SC 0. The goal scorer Ian Hogg after 29 minutes. Mitchell. First touch was a bit heavy, he got away with it anyway. Robinson. Oh, he schlaffed his clearance, but fortune has shone on him. De Jong with a switch of play to Adam Mitchell. Still going Mitchell. He might have overdone it there. Well, Waitakere have got this very impressive sequence of results in the ASB Premiership starting to build. They've lost just once in their last 20 games. It's an extraordinary record when you think about it. And it's a record that is going to be under scrutiny here today. Wanderers have acquitted themselves well. Declan Wynn's header. Picked up by Sugden. Now Declan Wynn. Neblett. Well, he just tends to rush his final pass, Elijah Neblett. Looks a player of very good ability. And I suspect one of the reasons why Wanderers SC have been put into the ASB Premiership is to help iron out any creases in these youngsters' games. Of course, the draw for the FIFA Under-20 World Cup New Zealand 2015 was released just last week during the build-up and the hoopla surrounding the All Whites match, their second leg clash with Mexico. Stansfield sets it up nicely for Cardozo. Coombs. Oh, wonderful pass from Cardozo. Jake Butler. That was a supreme finish by the Waitakere skipper. A superb goal. And a welcome back to Fred Taylor Park. But what about the pass from Richie Cardozo? What a 6 months it's been. Look at that ball from Richie Cardozo and the composure here for the finish. Cameron Hogg did get a glove on it. It wasn't enough to keep it out. And 2-0 for Waitakere. And there goes the halftime whistle. Waitakere 2 goals up. And Wanderers, despite acquitting themselves well, have conceded twice on their first trip to Fred Taylor Park. Let's take a look at some of these highlights. 12 minutes in. This was a really, really good piece of goalkeeping by Danny Robinson to deny Wanderers. Brave as well. Scott Donny is a big unit, and that was a good save from Cameron Hogg. The corner whipped in. Jake Butler, it was blocked, and Wanderers survived again.
And also Trillion Foundation, New Zealand Community Trust, and Q Sports Foundation.
27 minutes. Long ball hoisted in. Chad Coombs got into a spot of bother with Elijah Neblett. The ball fell for him kindly, but the effort was rushed and it ended up high and wide. Just 60 seconds later, Waitakere opened the goal scoring through... I do apologise. That was Ian Hogg trying to get on the end of things. He did manage to get the ball on the net. That would come later. Wonderful through ball. There was a touch by a Wanderers player, and then the finish from Ian Hogg. First goal for Waitakere since returning to the club. Cameron Hogg came out pretty quick, but he couldn't do anything about it, and Ian Hogg did the rest. Look at this ball from Richie Cardozo. Found Jake Butler, and a supremely arrogant finish from the All Whites midfielder. First touch was decent. Spotted Cameron Hogg had come out and then decided to go for the chip. But the pass from Cardozo was absolutely inch perfect. So half-time, it's Waitakere United 2, Wanderers SC 0. Welcome back to Fred Taylor Park. It's 2-0 to Waitakere United, thanks to goals from Ian Hogg and Jake Butler. And it looks as though Waitakere United could be on top of the table outright if they can hold on to this lead or perhaps build on it. They'll go to 9 points, 2 above Auckland City, who drew 0-0 with Canterbury earlier today. No changes from either side. And And a big job ahead of Wanderers as they try to find a way back into this game. Andre De Jong. Declan Wynn. Jake Butler picks that one up comfortably. Oh, and that was casual from Tim Myers. He's been caught out. Scott Donny's given it away straight away. Cardozo has a look over his shoulder before playing the ball into Ian Hogg. Cardozo. Matthews. Prattley. Well, that was a pretty firm challenge, but Ian Hogg's whipped the ball into the penalty area. Declan Wynn has to manufacture a clearance. Jake Butler's picked it up, though. Corner for Waitakere. Scott Donny's coming back to do some defending. Loudon takes it. Well, something unusual going on here. Referee Matt Conga is coming over to have a word with the assistant referee on the far side. Not entirely certain what that's been all about. Loudon will take it. Whipped in with a bit of curl on it. Cameron Hogg can't get a hold of it. It's off the line by Declan Wynn and another corner. So pressure building on Wanderers by the moment. Chad Coombs with a corner. And Myers with the effort there. Declan Wynn with a long ball testing Tristan Prattley. Nick Sugden. Good run by Brock Messenger to get forward. Cardozo. Jordan Loudon into the box against Mitchell. And there was nobody alongside Jordan Loudon. It's very difficult to keep up with Jordan Loudon at the best of times, but with Adam Mitchell bearing down on him, he had no choice but to try his best to affect the cross. Now Wanderers on the counter. Jake Butler, what a couple of actually what the last 12 months has been for Jake Butler, coming into the New Zealand A side and then winning 2 All Whites caps. And although the All Whites bid to reach the FIFA World Cup in Brazil next year was ultimately forlorn, I'm sure Jake Butler would have enjoyed every moment he spent in the All Whites camp. Flicked on by Loudon. Stansfield does very well to pick that up. He brings Chad Coombs into play. Away by Mitchell. Myers. Hogg. Matthews. Very good ball by Matthews. Tristan Prattley. The first time ball in and a chance. Oh, very good ball, very good play by Waitakere. Excellent cross from Tristan Prattley, and all it needed was the finish. Hit it first time, and it took out Nick Forrester. Adam Mitchell did enough to put Richie Cardozo off. Chad Coombs to the near post, and it was miscued by Ian Hogg. He might get another bite at it. Oh, and he goes down in a heap. It was Declan Wynn who was a player who connected with Ian Hogg. Goodness me, there was no major protest from the Waitakere United players. Free kick hit long to Brock Messenger. He's looked pretty impressive today. Oh, and Michael Denhei's in trouble. Good save by Cameron Hogg. Stansfield has followed through, and it's 3-0. Well, Michael Denhei won't want to see a replay of that. He had his pocket picked well and truly. And Waitakere now 3 goals up. And Wanderers now have all the work to do. They can ill afford to make mistakes like that at Fred Taylor Park. And Waitakere not letting up. Hogg, well, he went to ground, and he's going to get a yellow card for simulation. Well, you can see the thought processes here. He got the touch, and then he went down. It was a gamble. So Ian Hogg into the book. Andre De Jong. And confirmation of the yellow card for Ian Hogg. Well, that's a real blow for Wanderers' hopes in this match. To be trailing 3-0 now could be a case to try and limit the damage. Still 35 minutes plus to go. Switch wide to Messenger. Well stood up by Tristan Prattley. Messenger's trying to go by him. Well, he does well, Brock Messenger. He's earned a corner for his efforts. Taken by De Jong. It's a big looped ball in and a chance. Well, you can't get opportunities like that, miss them and hope to come away with a result. That was a real opportunity for Wanderers. Danny Robinson hasn't had too much to do for close to 3/4 of an hour of this game, as Waitakere have slowly taken control of the match. Myers popping a ball over the top of Brock Messenger. He's a real battler, Messenger. Does well again, very impressive. Counter-attack for Wanderers. Declan Wynn. Elijah Neblett breaks clear down this left, and the ball just given away. Just making a better choice of pass in the top third as they're transitioning into that area of the pitch. Will do wonders for Wanderers. Loudon trying to take on the defence himself. Mitchell tidies up again. Mitchell. Well, he just scooped that out and allowed Chad Coombs to pick it up and run at the Wanderers' defence. And let's not forget, it's absolutely sweltering out there. Both these teams will be struggling. You can probably tell from the pitch on the far side, the training pitch, there's just a browning of the turf over there. It's indicative of the heat that we're experiencing in Auckland, particularly over the last 2 or 3 weeks. Solid challenge by Messenger and Myers. No hard feelings there. Myers' touch was heavy, but there was, again, bravery and courage in spades. Chance on the counter-attack. De Jong. It's a free kick for Wanderers. Coombs is having a frustrating afternoon. You can tell by the body language, and he's also been booked. De Jong just managed to get the better of Coombs, but I don't think he could have got out of the way of De Jong's progress, to be honest. Now, just to the bottom of your picture there, you can see Wanderers substitute. 2 substitutes being spoken to by assistant coach Willie Gerdson. So the free kick to be taken straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. Butler. Well, here comes the double substitution for Wanderers. Nick Sugden is one of those removed. Nathan Buswell replaces him. And Stuart Holthusen is thrown in, and Elijah Neblett is withdrawn. So a roll of the dice from Darren Baisley and Willie Gerdson for Wanderers.
Number 7, Nick Sugden, and number 9, Elijah Neblett, being replaced by number 11, Stuart Holthusen, and 17, Nathan Buswell.
Cardozo, no one within kiwi of him. That's a good ball by Cardozo. Hogg taking on Messenger. Good tackle from Brock Messenger. He's having a great afternoon in the light blue. Definitely one for the future, Brock Messenger, based on today's performance. Here comes the corner to the far post. Messenger gets a head on it. Declan Wynn launches it long. That's straight down the throat of Tim Myers. Oh, the first touch wasn't great. He recovered though. Counter-attack for Wanderers. De Jong trying to find his way through, and the shot straight at Danny Robinson. There was a hint of offside, and that's what was spotted in the end, and that Wanderers attack is repelled. It was a real lottery in here. There was poor touches galore, and as you can see, Scott Donny was offside. Tristan Prattley got a good view of that, as did the assistant referee. Cardozo showing all his guile and trickery. Just couldn't get around Adam Mitchell. Buswell. Cut out by Matthews. Good touch from Den Hyatt. De Jong. Ben Thomas. Declan Wynn getting forward. Well, Cardozo was looking for a free kick there. Matt Conger says no. Messenger trying to work himself some space, and he really needed to go back to Nick Forrester. Loudon, nice touch. Tried to break Hogg clear with the ball between Messenger and Forrester. Michael Denhire. Andre De Jong. Nick Forrester, Brock Messenger. That's a good ball. Scott Donny can't retain possession. And that was a foul on Jake Butler by Michael Denhire. Well, you've got to give credit to Wanderers SC. They're battling on. But at the moment, with this 3-goal advantage, Waitakere United looking pretty good for the points, and we've just got less than 26 minutes rather, of this match to go. Stansfield, one of the goal scorers. Stansfield. Another corner for Waitakere. Corner taken quickly. Hoisted into the box, away by Messenger. Hogg for Matthews. Hogg again. Good turn. He's got the better of Messenger. Loudon. Trying to work onto the right foot. He's snuck a ball through. And Hogg can't get a shot away, but he's held on to the ball. That's the main thing. This is a good spell of play for Waitakere. They look a side that's in total control of this game. Matthews. Jake Butler. And away by Brock Messenger. He just seems to be involved in everything. The Wanderers defender. De Jong. Well read by Myers. Still going Stansfield. Coombs joins in to give a hand. Still going Coombs. If he gets across right, which he doesn't, he goes to the near post. Cardozo checked his run. So did Ian Hogg. Coombs. Oh, that's a wild one. It's been that sort of afternoon for him. Messenger. Buswell. He's got some pace. Nathan Buswell. And there's going to be a free kick for Wanderers. Got the crucial touch. Buswell and Tim Myers just keep going, and the momentum caught Buswell. So Buswell will look to take this free kick. He's getting some instructions from Darren Baisley. He's now gone into the box. Declan Wynn's taken it. Hogg. Sam Matthews. Options wide to his right. He's picked out Richie Cardozo, who's isolated. Butler arrives. Matthews. There's a run going forward from Cardozo. Good save by Cameron Hogg. Cardozo sets up Loudon. Oh, and the touch was a good one. It was the right idea by Jordan Loudon. Wanderers have hung on. Mitchell. Cardozo. Finds Matthews just inside on the left. Flag stays down. Chance for Loudon. 4-0. Waitakere are starting to run away with it. Cool, calm finish from Loudon, as we've come to expect from him. And the points look pretty safe for Waitakere. Well, it's a result that could happen to any team on this venue. It's always a difficult place to come, and as I said earlier, that record of just one defeat in the last 20 ASB Premiership matches stretches back to the 2011-2012 season. Of course, Waitakere won the grand final, and last season only lost one game. Formidable record. Sam Matthews. There could be a few more goals left in this for Waitakere as well. And an opportunity for co-coach Paul Temple maybe to start to look at some options on the bench. Cardozo in the thick of things. Brock Messenger. He's been outstanding for me. Brock Messenger. So another substitution. The final substitution of the match for Wanderers. Finn Cochrane comes on and Ben Thomas comes off. Cochrane, scorer of that memorable equaliser against Canterbury United last week. Was in the Auckland City squad last season. Now a chance, perhaps. Numbers in the box for Wanderers. Good run by Stuart Holthuizen. Corner for Wanderers. Holthuizen would take it. Messenger's gone up. Forrester's gone up. There it is, hoisted into the far post, and it's not a good corner at all. And the pressure off Waitakere in the meantime. Tim Myers. Well, they've let him go a long way. Cardozo. Very good at bringing other players into the game, Richie Cardozo. Combines well with Loudon. He's just rushed that pass. Takes some of the pressure off Wanderers. Jake Butler. Well, the pace has dropped off, you might have noticed. This is some run of weather that Auckland's been experiencing of late. Very hot conditions. It was around 28 degrees just prior to kickoff. And I wouldn't be surprised if the dial was turned up just a couple of notches as we headed towards 3 o'clock. Sorry, 5 o'clock. It's a good turn, Buswell, but there's a problem. Ian Hogg tried to lance it through to Stansfield. Well, there's a player down injured at present. Looks like it's Loudon, in fact. Play's continued. Yeah, it looks as though he picked up a knock there, right in front of his own penalty area. Right in front of the Wanderers penalty area. It was Nathan Buswell who might have caught Jordan Loudon.
Substitution to be made for Waitakere United. Number 5, Brian Shelley, is replaced by 3, Alex Solomon.
So substitution for Waitakere United. Alex Solomon is brought in. Brian Shelley is coming off, the co-coach. Loudon just walking it off. Certainly been one of the finds of the off-season, Jordan Loudon. Difficult first touch for Alex Solomons. He's coped well with it. Myers. Bustling forward, Tim Myers. Stuart Holthusen. Won't show too much of it to Tristan Prattley. That was a good tackle. Prattley's got a throw for his troubles. Won by Buswell. Holthusen loses out to Matthews. Some of these challenges just starting to go Waitakere United's way. Stansfield trying to work himself some space before shooting. Counter attack for Wanderers. Myers taken out of the picture. Scott Donny taken out of the picture by Alex Solomons. Well, this match really opening up as legs get tired. It's almost down to walking pace. Here's Alex Solomons. Tim Myers. Stansfield. Jake Butler. Well, Wanderers just have lost some momentum as the scoreline has increasingly gone against them. Ian Hogg. Cardozo. Well, frustration for Michael Denhire and a yellow card to go with it. Cardozo, close control. Always very, very good, and that foul was just a sign of frustration from a young player who's had a mixed afternoon. Andre De Jong. Well, you get the feeling with a team like Wanderers that there are going to be weeks like this where they come up against an opponent with a pretty strong track record and pedigree at this level of the game. And there's going to be other matches where this Wanderers side are just going to play without fear and have nothing to lose. Much in the same way as we saw in the 2-2 draw with Canterbury in Wanderers' first game. Sansun Limbutana is being introduced for Jordan Loudon. And Sam French is also coming on for Tim Myers.
Number 4, Tim Myers, replaced by 9, Sam French.
So a real attacking switch for Waitakere. They'll be after a couple more goals, I would say. Here's French. Cardozo, that's a lovely pass. Chance for Coombs. Well, it just bobbles off the end of his foot, Chad Coombs. And it's a corner for Waitakere. Taken quickly by Limwatana. Sets it up for Hogg. Goes for a shot, takes a deflection. Good save by Cameron Hogg. Michael Denhire. That's an excellent pass from Denhire. Great range. Buswell into the far post. Donny got a head on it. Coombs has to do some defending. Declan Wynn. Denhire. De Jong. Still going. You might want to hit this. Well, he's held on to it just a moment too long. Holthuisen's played it wide to Nathan Buswell. Whipped into the 6-yard box away by Solomons. Messenger. Well, looked a good shout for a foul. Stuart Holthuisen looked as though he was taken out by Sam Matthews, a tired trailing leg, and it's not given. Oh, Limutana has come off the park. Well, Waitakere are down to 10, and the reason for that is Sanson Limutana is wearing black bicycle shorts under his white shorts. So an unusual one. But the rules are the rules. They've been that way for some time now. At least stretching back to the early 90s. Declan Wynn. Still going Wynn. Solomons cuts the danger out and will restart with a Wanderers throw-in. Deflection, corner. So, is there a consolation goal in the offing for Wanderers? Sanson Limutana has reappeared on the touchline, and the fourth official, Mirko Benishka, is standing next to him. So we're back to 11 versus 11. Messenger's got this long throw. Scott Donny couldn't really direct the back flicked header with any accuracy, and there's a goal kick to come. Stansfield. Can't keep it in. Messenger. Oh, that was short for Forrester. He had to lunge to get to the loose pass. Cardozo now he can square this, and Sam French is unmarked. Well, just lost the momentum. Waitakere. There's almost too much time to decide what to do with that. Coombs. French. Limutana. Well, he likes these cross-field raking passes, Limutana. This one's picked out Dylan Stansfield. Well, the edge has gone out of this game. In truth, it's been missing for most of the second half. The result has not been in doubt for some time. No doubt about the foul. Is there another goal left in this game? Ian Hogg. Prattley. Butler. Then Watana. French's header is going to be collected by Stansfield. It's all Waitakere at the moment. Jake Butler. Good ball from French and a chance about to present itself perhaps. Ian Hogg. Can he add to his tally? Sam French, that's a touch that falls short. Stuart Holthusen. Well, Wanderers just can't get out of their own half at the moment. Limwatana. Matthews. Jake Butler. Limwatana, straight at the goalie. Declan Wynn. Straight down the throat of Solomons. Cushioned header back to Prattley. Well, we're just playing out time in this one. Waitakere United have been too good for Wanderers today. And you could just sense the possibility of another Waitakere United goal. That was pretty casual from Cardozo. Brock Messenger can counter-attack. Still going Messenger. Not on the same page though with Holthusen, and he digs out a shot that has Robinson scrambling across his goal to collect. Donny's header. Solomon's. Oh, he was short. That's a penalty. An absolute stonewall. And it's come out of nothing. It was a long ball forward. Solomon stabbed the back pass. And Stuart Holthusen got there first. Danny Robinson couldn't step out of the way. And Wanderers have a chance to taste a moment of happiness this afternoon. It's been all too elusive for the most part. So Danny Robinson up against Stuart Holthusen. 3 minutes of additional time minimum to be played. Chance for Wanderers. And it's taken. The first goal conceded this season by Waitakere United. And Stuart Holthusen gets his first goal for Wanderers. Firmly struck penalty. Waitakere United 4, Wanderers 1. So we're now in the time added on at the end of the 90 minutes. Waitakere United 4, Wanderers SC 1. And a free kick going Alex Solomon's way. So don't forget, next week it's the Super City Derby. Auckland City up against Waitakere United at Kiwitea Street. An absolutely massive game in terms of the ASB Premiership. The two unbeaten sides will go up against each other. Of course, Hawke's Bay's undefeated record goes on the line as well when they host Team Wellington. Both those games are on Saturday the 30th of November. Then on the 1st of December, Wanderers SC are at home to Waitakere United, and Southern United in an all South Island derby take on Canterbury United. Here's Limputana's corner. Not a great one. Wanderers can cope with that easily enough. Well, that was a bit too fancy. Cardozo. And there it is, the final whistle at Fred Taylor Park. It's been a result that was settled fairly early in this game. Waitakere have just had too much in the locker for a young Wanderers side, but there's been a couple of positives. The performance of Brock Messenger was definitely one highlight for Wanderers, and the penalty by Stuart Holthosen is also another. But it's early days in this season for Wanderers SC and their coach Darren Baisley. Plenty to build upon as we look back at the highlights of the first half. 47 minutes, Cameron Hogg came for this ball, and it was Declan Wynn who managed to get the clearance off the line, I think. There is the shot, and it could so easily have crept in over the line. 4 minutes later, this cross from Tristan Prattley set up nicely for Richie Cardozo. Took Nick Forrester out of things, and it required Adam Mitchell to save the day. But then Wanderers shot themselves in the foot. Michael Denhai got caught out by Richie Cardozo, worked himself into space. Cam Hogg did the best he could, but Dylan Stansfield was on the spot to run the loose ball into the back of the net. 3-0 for Waitakere United. And high fives all round as Waitakere felt that the result was in the bag. 55th minute, corner for Wanderers, hoisted into the box, and an opportunity for Nick Forrester. He just miscued at the crucial moment. And then 68 minutes. This build-up play from Sam Matthews. Jordan Loudon picked his spot out perfectly for his second goal of the league season. It's his third goal of the season to go with his strike against Auckland City. And 4-0 for Waitakere at that particular moment. But Wanderers had something to cheer about. A short back pass from Alex Solomons. Stuart Holthosen managed to get a toe on it and beat Danny Robinson, and Matt Conger gave the penalty, and Holthusen took a perfect penalty right into the top right-hand corner. (4-1) the final score here at Fred Taylor. So with victory assured, we can now take some comment from the sideline.
Brian, a 4-1 result. You talked about this match potentially being very difficult. How did you see today's game?
Yeah, look, I think before the game, we had some concerns that if we didn't approach the game with the right attitude, that it could be a difficult afternoon. But I think all credit to the boys. I think from start to finish, I think it's fair to say that we dominated the game, and I was really impressed with all the players, and some of the goals were top class, and it's really pleasing. I think from week to week we've started to get a little bit stronger, and there's little aspects of the game we still need to improve on, but I think it's definitely moving in the right direction at the moment.
This match next week against Auckland City is obviously going to be, well, you would hope it would be somewhat different to the first one that you played, and you've got a yardstick now to measure it.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's no better preparation than going into that game off the back of today, a 4-1 win. But yeah, look, we're really looking forward to next week, and they're the games that we all want to be involved in. But at the same time, we'll be level-headed about it. Next week won't decide where the ASB trophy goes, and we'll go to QT Street, and we'll go there to get 3 points. But as I said, it's just one of many encounters that we're going to have with Auckland City over the coming months.
Okay, Jordan Loudon and Richie Cardoza are hitting a pretty special understanding together. They both had good afternoons as well.
Yeah, look, the two top-class players. For me, that's Cardoza's best game for the club today. He was involved in everything, and it's probably a bit unfair to single them out, but they've been involved in everything good this week. But you've got people like Jake Butler back in the team today, and Sam Matthews who does all the horrible stuff to win the ball back and probably doesn't get the plaudits. But yeah, look, it's players like Sam Matthews that allow Jordan Loudon and Richie Cardoza to do what they're good at on the ball, but look, they're great additions to the team, and we're really happy with how they're travelling at the moment.
Thanks for your time.
Well, it's been our pleasure to bring you coverage of the ASB Premiership here on Summit Sport, and it's a big day, of course, for OFC TV with the departing producer Olivia Hook, and on behalf of everybody involved with OFC TV and the Oceania Football Confederation, we wish Olivia all the best. And we'll see you all next time for more ASB Premiership and more from Waitakere United. Wherever you are, take care.